Cuba City. From backcourt right, Olsen. Ball popped up by Miskowski. A bump set, middle hitter spot. The attack across from the back row. Popped up, it's off the block for the kill. Back row attack for Aquinas. And it's 19 serving 22. Forwarded up from the backside for Cuba City. Now front attack. Laney Rundy off the block. Back up. She roots it back down. Pop set. Return off the block. Now a back set front right. Miskey the hammer. Was it off fingertips? It was not. Point Aquinas. In the backcourt right. Service by Aquinas. That's deep. 23 serving 22. Cuba City. Cubans back to serve with Ella McKinley. Backcourt right, line serve across. Pop forward from the midcourt by Aquinas. Back set, front right, tap over the top and in for the kill. The Blue Golds, Samantha Davis has another. Davis backcourt right now with the serve. Dug forward by Olsen. A bump set and a push across by Kraus. A bump set, a back set, backpedaling spike. Popped up front court right. Bump set, middle left, push across by Vosberg. Forwarded from the back right by Davis. They'll set it up front left 4. Popped up in the midcourt. Bump set by Olsen. Back row push across by Vosberg. Return to the dig for 50. Roof ball at the net. Popped up. A bump across by 4. Forwarded up by Vosberg. Forward set McKinley. Far side. Alexis Rundy. Popped up by the Blue Golds. Reverse bump Mikowski. A midcourt attack by 4. A forward set or back set front right. Push across by Kraus. Bump set midcourt right. A bump set from the back. Off the rafter and in for the Cuba City kill. Or a side out, whatever it is, when it's not attacked to get to that point. It's set point in set 1. I know that. 24 serving 21 Cuba City. And Alexis Rundy backcourt middle. Line across. Forwarded up midcourt left. Forward set front left. 4 across. Dug forward by Olsen. A bump set front left. Vosberg across. And a side bump by Davis gets a return. Dug out by Olsen. Put back set McKinley for Kraus. Spike and the kill for the Cubans. 25-21. It was touch. Cuba City takes set number 1. 25-21. Set 2 coming up next. Super Hits 106, superhits106.com, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 6, People's State Bank is a locally owned and managed bank with convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology and low fees, People's State Bank is it. As a community bank, they're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become a part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
The playoffs are here. Catch Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school sports. Presented by Myers Heating and Cooling of Lancaster and Wolf Construction of Lancaster. Check the Queen Bee Radio Sports schedule at AM1590WPBL.com.
In Game 6.
Broadcast brought to you by Keeler Service Center and Keeler Service Center Hydraulic. They have your repairs covered from truck and trailer to your hydraulic needs. Keeler Service Center and Keeler Service Center Hydraulic. By Carver's Hardwood Flooring. For hardwood flooring, stair installation, or refinishing needs, call Ryan Carver, the only National Wood Flooring Association certified installer, sander, and finisher in the tri-state area. Carver's Hardwood Flooring in Benton. By Royal Bank, your community partner. To learn more about personal, business, and agricultural services, stop by one of their local branches or visit royalbank-usa.com. Royal Bank, your truly local community partner. By Pizzeria Uno, the Annex in the back bar, Platteville has their favorite way to celebrate. Pizzeria Uno and the Annex, pizza and drinks there in the postseason. It's excellent stuff. Pizzeria Uno and the Annex in Platteville. Joining us here on Super Hits 106, superhits106.com, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, which we've got back up and running. Sometimes you have technical things that's nobody's fault. This was absolutely me, so I apologize for that. Won't get beat that way twice. Our broadcast brought to you by the only hooker in town, Donnie's Tire and Auto in Dickeyville, 24-hour towing service, 568-3014. 568-3014, your excellent home for car care. And your excellent, they're excellent, Donnie's Tire and Auto in Dickeyville. My veterinary associates of Hazel Green and Galena. Visit vetassociatesgalena.com. Check out their online store at myvetstoreonline.com. Veterinary associates Hazel Green and Galena. Proud to back our local athletes. And Kaiser's Auto and Lawnmower Repair. Call Earl Kaiser to get your auto or lawnmower serviced in Cuba City. Kaiser's Auto and Lawnmower Repair says, go Cubans. Cuba City took set one, 25-21. They'll switch sides of the net. Cuba City attacks from right to left as I view it. I believe the in-gym camera is the opposite of that, but broadcasting for radio purposes first. Thanks for joining us wherever you are. Cuba's service from backcourt right as we view it. Ella McKinley across. Forwarded up by Miskowski to set front left for four. Her attack across, pop forward by Vosberg. Forward set McKinley. That's Alexis Rundy. Roof back over at the net. Now 50-50 ball. Roofed again and now punch back over by McKinley. And then a double hit or lift called. A lift called against Aquinas. So Cuba City out 1-0. Up 1-0 here in set number two. McKinley from backcourt right, middle. She's right on that lane line. And service forwarded up by Miskowski. A bump set, and now a flat foot spike by Maddie George. Misses the back line. 2-0, Cuba City. Cubans here on the service of Ella McKinley to start set number two. McKinley punches across, dug forward by Miskowski. They'll set far side for four. A little lollipop across. Now popped up. They'll set front left. Alexis Rundy, the spike and the kill. Shoebox scoreboard update from Johnson Creek. Barneville takes set one over Fall River. Also 25-20. At 25-20, it's 25-21 here at Cuba City. Ball forwarded up now. Pop set, back set, near side, cross court spike, and too much on it for Zoe Emineth. Cuba City serve. McKinley again, they'll set it back up 50-50 at the net. A bump across, now a bump set. Now McKinley, a forward set for Laney Rundy. Dug out by Miskowski, forward set, far side for four. Downward spike for the kill. Got her for 7 kills now. Eddie Ford, the junior, for Aquinas. And now Miskowski to serve from backcourt left. Ball dug out. Forward set, front left. Tap over the top by Kraus in for the kill. Rachel Kraus gets her third. 5 serving 1, Cuba City. And Alexis Rundy will punch it across from the backcourt right. Dug forward by 4. Forward set 4-4. Downward spike for the kill again, 4-4. Two serving 5, Aquinas down 1-0 to Cuba City. Maddie George serving from backcourt right. Ball punched across, dug forward by Olsen. Now a forward set to the front right, tapped over the top by Vosberg. Forward set, middle hitter spot, forward to the back line, forwarded up by Olsen. Quick set over the net, McKinley. Forwarded up by Miskowski. Now middle hitter spot, and a roof back over at the net. And they'll set it back up for 4. Roof back over again, and the roof and the kill that time for Rachel Kraus. My angle caused me to miss the number on the block in that sequence, but Kraus finished off Aquinas in that particular volley at 6 serving 2, and now the service of Laney Rundy. Bump set, back pedaling now, and a spike across by Hine. Forwarded up Laney Rundy, forward set McKinley for Vosberg, the spike dug out by Miskowski. A bump set, midcourt left, tap across, returned on the dig, dug out, bump, and a reverse bump will get the, no, a roof at the net, which results in the kill. Cuba City stout up front, and I think that was Summer Rogers who had the block in the sequence. I didn't see who was set up there, it was her. Seven serving two, Cuba City backcourt right. Laney Rundy the serve, dug out by Miskowski. A bump set, front, midcourt left, and that misses deep. Amy Hine had a good setup, but about a foot deep off the back line. Timeout on the floor. We'll take 1-2. 8-2, Cuba City leading Aquinas here in set number 2. They're up 1-0 are the Cubans. We're back after this on Super Hits 106, superhits106.com, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 7, your farm is your home and business. An investment worth protecting. The Peterson Agency of Bardstown and Hastings Mutual Insurance Company team up to bring you experience, know-how, and professional service to do just that. This team of professionals at the Peterson Agency and Hastings Mutual offer complete farm coverage for your home, buildings, and equipment. Plus, there's coverage for recreational vehicles, farm liability, and workers' compensation. Sure as soon you're adequately covered, call the locally owned Peterson Agency.
The playoffs are here. Catch Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school sports. Presented by Myers Heating and Cooling in Lancaster and Wolf Construction of Lancaster. Check the Queen Bee Radio Sports schedule at AM1590WPBL.com.
In Game 7.
8-2, Cuba City up 1-0 over La Crosse Aquinas from Westby High School in this WIAA Division III sectional final. Backcourt service, backcourt right, and it's an ace for Laney Rundy. All the serves come from the backcourt. For Rundy, that's her third ace on the night, 39th on the campaign. 9 serving 2, Cubans up 1-0. Rundy from backcourt right again, punches across. Eats up Miskowski, but they handle it, and a reverse bump by 4 gets the return. Forwarded up. McKinley, forward set, front left. Vosberg to spike and kill. Brought to you by McKinley on the assist. Ella Vosberg. Broadcast brought to you by the Keeler Service Center and Keeler Service Center Hydraulic. They have your repairs covered from truck and trailer to your hydraulic needs. Keeler Service Center and Keeler Service Center Hydraulic. 10 serving 2, Cuba City. Laney Rundy, backcourt right. Ball punched across, dug out by Miskowski. A back set front, right attack across, out the block, forwarded up by Alexis Rundy. Now a bump set by McKinley, rising up is Vosberg. And that will be an attack kill for Vosberg off the dive of Miskowski. Broadcast brought to you by Carver's Hardwood Flooring. For hardwood flooring, stair installation, or refinishing needs, call Ryan Carver, the only National Wood Flooring Association certified installer, sander, and finisher in the tri-state area. Carver's Hardwood Flooring in Benton. From the backcourt right, line serve across by Laney Rundy. A bump forward ahead, back set, front right, cross-court spike, dug out midcourt. A bump set, no, a reverse bump, and they get the return, they can. Forward set, now front left, downward spike for the kill. That's Addie 4. She plays with some enthusiasm, but it's hard to play this game without. 3 serving 11. Aquinas down 1-0 to Cuba City. 4 serving from backcourt left, running jump serve coming up. Dug forward by Olsen. The set, middle hitter spot, punch across by Vosberg, and she's wide left. Broadcast brought to you by Royal Bank, your community partner. To learn more about personal, business, and agricultural services, stop by one of their local branches or visit royalbank-usa.com. Royal Bank, your truly local community partner. Service on the way again from 4, and the Cubans set up the return. Middle hitter spot, Vosberg again. Been leading the Cuban charge here in this one as Maya Miskey rotates back into the front row for Cuba City, and back to serve Isabella Digman. 12 serving 4 Cubans up over La Crosse Aquinas. Here in set 2, Digman serve, bump forward, forward set, front left, attack by Sam Davis into the block for the kill. Her 4th. And that will bring Amy Hine on to serve for the Blue Golds. At court middle-ish, 5 serving 12 and a service error, 13 serving 5, Cuba City. Broadcast brought to you by Cuba City Collision and Repair, recommended by a long list of satisfied customers. See Joel Groom, Brian Cohn, the entire crew at Cuba City Collision and Repair. Cuban service by Vosberg, misses deep. 6 serving 13, Aquinas coming up. Broadcast brought to you by Pizzeria Uno, the Annex in the back bar in Platteville, where pizza and drinks there are Southwest Wisconsin's favorite way to celebrate the postseason. Pizzeria Uno in the Annex in Platteville. Aquinas service, they'll get the return, flat-footed punch across by Brooke Olson. Bump set, Miskowski, back row attack coming, and that will paint the back middle. That's Addie Ford doing her thing from the back row this time. I've got her for 10 kills through 1 set and change to lead all attackers in this one tonight so far. Mary Nigelson. The serve again for Aquinas. Cubans will return it. Now a forward set front left. That is Davis, and she will get the attack kill. Samantha Davis. 8 serving 13, Aquinas. Down 1 set to nothing in set 2, and there's a bump by Vosberg to hit the return. The punch roof back across fails for Aquinas and does not stay in the square, so Cuba City gets the point. 14 serving 8, Cuba City. Brooke Olson, the libero, in gold fading to black as opposed to the opposite for Cuba City. And now a lift called, or a double hit called against the Blue Golds. So Brooke Olson will have it to do again with a 15-8 lead this time. Olson punches across, popped up in the midcourt. A bump set, back row attack coming for 4. Returned on the dig by Olson. Miskowski, forward dig. Set front left, Rogers spike off the block, popped up, a bump set. No, a quick set over the net, dug out by Miskowski. A bump set, front left, Rogers into the block for the kill. Or Davis, I beg your pardon, Samantha Davis into the block for the kill. 9 serving 15. Aquinas and Samantha Davis punches across, forwarded up, quick set, front left, and that's Lainey Vosberg. Lainey Rundy with the attack kill. (16 serving 9). Cuba City with Ella McKinley in the backcourt middle. Punches across, forwarded up by Miskowski, a forward set, and that is for Davis, who attacks across, dug from the back row, backpedaling spike across by Olson, but wide left, and a point for Aquinas. 10 serving 16, Blue Golds. Miskowski punches across, forwarded up by Olson. McKinley forward set and a roof back over at the net. The block and the kill up front. Addie Ford may have had an accomplice in Hine. 11 serving 16, Aquinas. Miskowski backcourt left. Ball punched across, dug forward. A bump set, middle spot. Olson punches across, Miskowski forwards, front forward set, far side, roof back over at the net by Lainey Rundy, the roof in the kill. 17 serving 11, Cuba City. Alexis Rundy backcourt middle, ball dug out, and back to the net, returned across, no, it hit the antenna. The Blue Golds lobby, the officials, say it hit, and they give him the call. And it did. I thought it caught it. I would have been surprised had it not. 12 serving 17 now, Aquinas. And Maddie George from backcourt middle, line serve across. Dug forward by Vosberg, a bump set by McKinley. The attack by Vosberg, forwarded from the back middle. A quick set, front left, roof back over at the net. I believe they did not get it up that high. It's not returned. Ladder judge in my way. It's 18 serving 12. I know that. Cuba City serving with the lead and up a set to nothing. Laney Rundy backcourt right, punches across, and an ace, as that one was mishandled by George. Fourth ace by Laney Rundy, running her season tally to 40. Timeout. Aquinas will keep it right here. Our broadcast brought to you by Claire Bank and their convenient locations throughout Southwest Wisconsin. Claire Bank, where they say we can do that. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. By J. Guile Dairy in Cuba City. J. Guile Dairy, your authorized Gia dealer. Knowing that dairy producers can't afford downtime any time of the day or night, call J. Guile Dairy for emergency repairs. Schumacher scoreboard update. Badgers and the Buckeyes. Football from Camp Randall tonight in the second quarter. 10-0 Ohio State leading Wisconsin. Again, the report we had from Barneveld. Barneveld took set one over Fall River in their Division 4 sectional final. The Eagles up 25-20, 1 set to nothing. Broadcast brought to you by Kramer's Water Store. Call your local Culligan man for improvement to your city or well water. Kramer's Water Store has an easy solution for your budget. Call the Culligan man, Kramer's Water Store, Highway 61 North, Lancaster. Cuba City up 19-12 and up 1 set to nothing. They're serving with Laney Rundy from the backcourt right. Running jump serve coming up for the junior. Ball pushed forward. Now a middle hitter attack coming up. Pop forward from the back row. A bump set to the front left. Vosberg taps over the top. Dug out. Pop back over the net. Pop up by McKinley. Forward bump Laney Rundy. Front left. Vosberg spike off the top of the net and fell down. No, it fell wide of the square and point for the Blue Goals. From the backcourt left, 4. Running jump serve coming up, dug out in the midcourt. Reverse bump, push across by the Cubans. A 50-50 ball at the net, roof back down Cuban side. They call a lift on Cuba City, or in the net, the call against the Cubans. .14 serving 19, Aquinas. And now a timeout called on the floor by Cuba City. We will keep it here. Schumacher scoreboard update from Johnson Creek. Fall River evens things up with Barneveld taking set 2, 25-23. So Fall River and Barneveld tied at a set apiece. Broadcast brought to you by Vitech Resource Management, a greener way, Vitech Resource Management of Monroe. By Prairie Motorsports of Prairie du Chien and online at prairiemotorsports.com. Bush Insurance, a proud partner of Pekin Insurance Company. By Carey's Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors of Belmont and at Carey'sGuttersandDoors.com. And Sloan Implement, your official John Deere dealer in Bloomington, Cuba City, and Montfort, and at Sloans.com. 19-14 Cuba City, leading Aquinas up 1 set to nothing. And the Blue Golds of Aquinas serving Addy 4 from backcourt left. Here's serve, dug out in the midcourt. A reverse bump set by McKinley. The attack across by Kraus, bumped up in the midcourt. A forward set, back row attack coming from 4. Dug out, 50-50 at the net, and roofed down to the Cuba City side. Blocked and killed up front by Amy Hine. 15 serving 19, Aquinas. Addy 4, running jump serve, backcourt left. Punch across, forwarded by Olsen. McKinley, forward set, front left. Vosberg pushes over the top, dug out, bump set. Miskowski, a swinging bump over, dug out by Olsen. Back set, backslide move, roof back over at the net. 50-50 ball tap back down, a bump set, a reverse bump return by Vosberg. And now a quick tap over the top, returned on the dig by Olsen. And now a back set, front right, misfiring, and the Cubans get the point and win the volley. 20 serving 15, Cuba City. Maya Miski coming back into the Cuban front line. That means Digman back to serve for the Cubans. Isabella Digman, the junior. And most prolific server in the ace category for Cuba City. Line serve across. Dug forward in the midcourt. A bump set front left for Davis. And then returned on a pass from the back row. Now a back set right side. And the spike for the kill Amy Hine. 16 serving 20, Aquinas. Down 1-0, trying to battle back to get even with the Cubans. Amy Hine, 42 aces on the season for the Blue Golds. Her serve across, dug out by Alexis Rundy. Now middle hitter spot for Brooke Olson. Attack 50-50 at the net, reverse bump, they can't get back to it. 21-16, Cuba City. Broadcast brought to you by Bob Hunthausen. Bob Hunthausen, your Platteville Edward Jones representative. Bob Hunthausen, Edward Jones Investments, off Business 151, Insight Drive, Platteville. And Bouse Electric, call Brad Adrian and Josh Busher at Bouse Electric, Lancaster and Fenimore. 21 serving 16, Cuba City, and now the officials getting together on something. Now the Cubans allowed to serve. Edie Cummins on to serve and paints the back corner for an ace. For Edie, her 11th on the season. Cummins makes it 22-16, punches across again. Ball dug forward by the Blue Golds. Forward set, middle hitter spot. Roof back over at the net, and they can't. Oh, they do get the return. Ball bumped up by Cummins. Forward set, front, left, Alexis Rundy into the block, and Roof back over, and for the kill. Not conventionally, but the job got done up front between Josephine Lawton, who was in. I believe that was Emineth with her. 22 serving 17. From the backcourt right, Niegelson will author an ace. Mary Niegelson, her 29th on the year, makes it 18-22. 18 serving 22, Aquinas. The back right line serve, dug forward by the Cubans. A back set. Alexis Rundy to the back corner, now forwarded up back middle. Forward set for Davis, who gets the kill. 19 serving 22, Aquinas. Cubans with the lead, but getting everything they can handle. Here in set number 2, they took set 1, 25-21. Aquinas service, a back set for Miskey, who fires into the block for the kill. Maya Miskey makes it 23, serving 19. And now Brooke Olson, the senior libero, back to serve for the Cubans from right to left as I view it. Serve across, dug forward, 50-50, no, Cuban side, spike back down for the kill. That's the way to do it for Lainey Rundy. Set point in set 2. Cubans trying to go up 2-0, 24 serving 19, and Brooke Olson trying to give it to them on her service. Ball punched across, dug out in the midcourt. Forward setter, back set right side, tap to the back middle. Forwarded up, a bump set, a side bump across by Miskey. Forwarded up by Miskowski. Forward set, front left, Davis the spike. And that will be for the kill. 20 serving 24, Aquinas. Samantha Davis, just a sophomore, running jump serve coming up for her. Popped up in the midcourt, Alexis Rundy. Forward set, front left spike, off the block, and Miskowski will get the bump return. Ball popped up. Now back set, front right for Miskey. Off the top of the net, then dug out. A bump set. Miskowski gets the return. Olson a bump pass. A forward set, middle hitter spot. Lainey Rundy. Was it touched? It was not. Point Aquinas. Had a nice set from Digman. 21 serving 24, timeout on the floor. We will keep it here. Broadcast brought to you by WCC Brands Custom Apparel in Keeler and Lancaster. By Brian's Auto Body and Paint Specialist, Lancaster. People State Bank for personal, home, business, and ag loans. Visit one of their convenient area locations or visit peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC. And an equal housing lender. By the Queen Bee Radio Sports High School Roundup, our weekly high school sports show covering everything in the area scene, including highlights, recaps, previews, interviews, and more. New episodes every Thursday on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube and SoundCloud channels. I recap those state cross-country results from today on this coming week's show, which I was going to bring to you tonight, but only one laptop can have power. And that one's bringing you the channel feed right now on our YouTube radio, or Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. 21 serving 24. Aquinas, but with no margin of error here in set 2, as the Cubans try to go up 2 sets to nothing. Served by Davis. That's allowed to go deep. Service error. Cubans take set 1, 25-21, and set 2, 25-21. Cuba City looking for a 3-set sweep in a sectional final. Aquinas will try to have something to say about it coming up around the corner. Cuba City up 2 sets to nothing. You're on Super Hits 106, superhits106.com, and our Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In game 8, 24/7, 365. Myers Heating and Cooling is your trusted residential heating and cooling system service provider. From Myers Comfort Club for peace of mind throughout the year and around the clock. Myers Heating and Cooling in Lancaster. Don't worry, we got this.
Like any business, success in dairying is often determined by who you know rather than what you know. That's why it's good to know the pros at Fuller's. Your Gia dealer. Fuller's is your source for the hygiene brand of products, as well as other dairy hygiene products. Make your operation more efficient and profitable, and get the most out of your dairy herd by partnering with the experts at Fuller's Milker Center, LLC. Your local Gia dealer in Lancaster, Richland Center, and Fuller'sMilkerCenter.com.
In game 8.
Cuba City up 2 sets to nothing. People's State Bank. Grant Regional Health Center coverage presented by Myers Heating and Cooling. And from the Wolf Construction broadcast position, my name is RJ Osterhaus, Super Hits 106. KIYX FM, Sageville, Dubuque, superhits106.com, and our Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Broadcast brought to you by Gary's Pest Control in Dickeyville. Gary's Pest Control salutes our local athletes. Gary's Pest Control, over 40 years. Professional friendly service. Good to see Gant up here. Made the trip to Westby. Broadcast brought to you by Peterson Agency in Argyle. Brian Peterson, specializing in home, farm, auto, and umbrella policies. Stick around once this is all complete. Our Culver's Cooldown postgame show will feature our Tricor Insurance Turning Point. Hopefully chat with Cuba City head coach Kerry Lawson. Maybe a player or two or several. See if we can get that arranged. The pesky other media folks out of my way. I kid. One big dysfunctional group sometimes. Broadcast brought to you by Russell Law Offices, here to assist you as your local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Proudly serving Southern Wisconsin, Russell Law Offices. Mountain City Bank, their total line of credit lets you use the equity in your home to do the things that you want to do. Stop into Mountain City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Learn more at mountaincitybank.com. And brought to you by Cuba City Collision and Repair. Recommended by a long list of satisfied customers. See Joel Groom, Brian Cohn, and the crew at Cuba City Collision and Repair. In this one of 2 contests, 2 area teams in sectional finals tonight. The other in Division 4 over on Extreme 107.1 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, x1071.com too. That is Barneveld and Fall River from Johnson Creek tonight. And that is tied up at a set apiece over there. Cuba City here, an opportunity for a 3-set sweep. And again, a very good Lacrosse Aquinas Blue Golds team. That record should not deceive anyone. They're in a tough conference with D1s and D2s. And they will serve to start set number 3. Samantha Davis, the sophomore. Running jump serve, backcourt right. Ball dug forward by Olsen. McKinley forward set. Laney Rundy, spike and the kill. One serving 0 Cubans. Alexis Rundy serves across. Dug forward. A forward set. Front left for 4. That will go for the kill. Addie for a quiet set 2 after about the midpoint or so. She's got 12 kills though. All said now. 1 serving 1. Tessa Miskowski serving. Returned on the dig by Olsen, but returned outside the square. So it's an ace. The 30th of the campaign, second on the night for Tessa Miskowski. The right-hander will serve 2-1 from backcourt left. Ball popped forward by Alexis Rundy. Forward set McKinley, front left Vosberg, and someone cheated. Going to call a double hit on the set attempt. Broadcast brought to you by Troy Mittendorf Construction in Cuba City, specializing in home construction as well as remodeling, additions, commercial work, decks, repairs, and more. Learn more at TroyMittendorfConstruction.com. Cubans for Ella Vosberg, her spike. We'll call a lift on that. They did. So a fast start for Aquinas here in set 3, which is just what they need, down 2-0. 4 serving 1. Miskowski backcourt left. Line serve across, dug out. A bump set by McKinley for Vosberg, and that spike will find pay dirt for Ella Vosberg. I've got her for 9 to lead all Cuban attackers tonight. And now Lainey Rundy will serve. Backcourt middle-ish for the Cubans. Running jump serve across, popped up in the back row. A bump set by 4. Back row attack coming by Davis. Now bump forward, 50-50. No. Hammer down on the Cuban side. That was 4. Technically a block and a kill, but a different look when you do so with your fist as Josephine Lawton comes into the front row for the Aquinas Blue Golds. 5 serving 2 Aquinas, and that is effectively an ace, but it's hit 3 times, although not returned, on the ace of Maddie George, or the serve of Maddie George. 6 serving 2 Blue Golds. George serves again, let's serve, popped up by Kraus, a bump set for Vosberg, punch across, dug out by 4. Forward set, back row attack, push across by Davis, popped up by Kraus, the forward set for Vosberg, into the block for the kill, brought to you by McKinley on the assist. Vosberg has 10. And it's 3 serving 6 Cuba City. Miskey into the front row, Digman back to serve. Digman backcourt middle. She'll punch across to the back corner, forwarded up. A forward set, front right spike, roof back over at the net. Now 50-50 ball, and hammered down to the Aquinas side. Summer Rogers gets herself some. 4 serving 6 Cubans. Isabella Digman, backcourt middle, punches across, pop forward by Miskowski. A reverse bump, front left, spike across, and paints the back line for the kill. Amy Hine. Broadcast brought to you by the Cuba City Chiropractic Office. Visit CubaCityChiropractic.com. Learn more about Doctors Emily and Steve Miskey's practice. The Cuba City Chiropractic Office, East Webster Street in Cuba City. Ball dug out, forward set, front left. The attack across, popped up on Miskey's attack, and now a reverse bump will get the return for the Blue Golds. Ball forwarded up. Forward set, front left by Digman into the block. Vosberg for the kill. Five serving 7 Cuba City. Up 2-0. Edie Cummins, 5'5" senior. On to serve again. Punches across and it misses wide right. Tried to angle it over and paint that near sideline. Cubans will rotate Ella Vosberg back into the lineup. And the Blue Golds will serve with Amy Hine. Line serve across, dug out by Olsen. Digman, forward set. And they attack by Alexis Rundy is deep. 9 serving 5 Aquinas. From the backcourt right, serve again of Hine, dug out by Olsen. A bump set by Digman. A flat-footed spike across by Miskey. Tap across. Popped up in the forecourt. Forward set, front, left, attack, across and in for the kill. Alexis Rundy. 6 serving 9 Cubans as Brooke Olsen goes back to serve. Punched across, popped up, a reverse bump, ends up being a set before a side bump return by Aquinas. Digman forward set for Eleni Rundy, who gets the attack kill. 7 serving 9 Cubans, 7 kills for Rundy. Serve from the backcourt middle. Now forward set, back left, cross court spike. That is going to result in an attack kill for the Blue Gold, Zoe Eminent. 10 serving 7, Aquinas. Serve comes from back right. Forwarded up. Digman set, now backpedaling, now the attack across by Eleni Rundy, forwarded from the back row. Back row attack coming for 4. A bump forward, a set cross court for Miskey, and then it'll be bumped backwards, now bump forward, a set up front, across by Davis, pop forward by Olsen. Punched across Alexis Rundy, forwarded up by Miskowski, now a forward set, front left, Davis across, forwarded up by Olsen. Digman forward set, front left, Alexis Rundy, roof back over at the net, and for the kill. Zoe Eminent. Broadcast brought to you by Brett Rogers Construction, Cuba City. Quality work at the right price for all your home improvement needs, inside and outside. Brett Rogers Construction, Cuba City. And a service error by Aquinas puts Cuba City on the serving side of things, with Ella McKinley headed back to take care of those duties. 8 serving 11 Cubans, up 2 sets to nothing. McKinley, ball punched across, now dug forward from the midcourt. Back set, front right, spike into the block, roof back over at the net by the Cubans. A bump set, now Miskowski a side bump over. Forwarded up by Olsen, forward set McKinley. Alexis Rundy punches across, dug out in the midcourt. A bump set and a reverse bump by Miskowski gets the return. And Vosburg forward sets, but on the set attempt, under the net was McKinley, point Aquinas. Shoebox scoreboard update from Madison here in a moment. 12 serving 8 Blue Golds. Forward set for Krause and the Cubans, and she'll get the attack kill. Rachel Krause has 5. 9 serving 12 Cuba City at halftime. OSU leading Wisconsin 10-6. So offense at a premium. A cool night at Camp Randall. Ball right side, Alexis Rundy service on the way, dug out in the midcourt. Forward set, midcourt left for the attack across. Roof back over at the net by Rundy. They'll set it back up for 4 again. This time, she'll clear traffic for the kill. 9 serving 13. And a timeout called by the Cubans. We will keep it right here. The broadcast is brought to you by Chad, Laura, and the crew at Grant County Truck Bodies, saluting our area teams in the postseason. Grant County Truck Bodies in Keeler and at GrantCountyTruckBodies.com. And our audio stream tonight powered by Anderson Rubber Toyota in Dubuque. Anderson Rubber Toyota, when you are ready. Thanks for joining us wherever you are on 106.1 FM, KIYX, Super Hits 106, SuperHits106.com. We have streaming apps on Apple and Android powered phones. And of course our Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel as well. Mr. Todd Erkey and his staff here at Westby for immediately offering to help us do what we needed to do to help bring you not just the radio coverage, but video coverage tonight as well. Thanks to friend Brian Gilberts became a broadcast contributor. College roommate of mine, and he's the actual play-by-play voice for the home video for the Blue Gold. So it's good to talk to Brian for a little bit today. Help me with this team a little bit. Here's the service by Miskowski. 13 serving 9 Blue Golds. Vosburg back to the way, blocked back over at the net. Another That one goes attack for the kill as Laney Rundy will take the battle on the other side of the net and win. 10 serving 13. Laney Rundy will serve for Cuba City, 10 serving 13. Backcourt left running jump serve coming up. Service on the way, dug forward. Now forward set, front, left, and 4. That will go for the kill. Addie 4, F-O-O-R, where's number 4, F-O-U-R. And now service is a let serve for Aquinas, and it will fall on the service of Maddie George. 15 serving 10. For the Blue Golds, down 2-0 to Cuba City. That serve dug forward by Olsen, a bump set by McKinley, far side. Vosberg tries to paint the back line and does. Ella Vosberg. I've got her for a dozen attack kills. Miskey rotates into the front line, Digman into the back. 11 serving 15, Cuba City. Isabella Digman, 5'9", junior setter, punches across. Pop forward by Miskowski, a back set, front right. Roof back over at the net. The roof and the kill by Ella Vosberg. 12 serving 15, Cubans. Here comes Digman again. Couple of punches to the floor and now one across the net. And returned on the dig. A bump set, Alexis Rundy. Forward set, Digman. Nah, not a great pass that time. She tried to set Miskey up. And Aquinas will go back on the offensive. 16 serving 12. Addie 4 from the backcourt left. Line serve, pop forward by Olsen. Forward set, back set by Digman. Up front. And missing the mark, trying to paint the sideline on the push across was Alexis Rundy. Instead, point for the Blue Golds. Serving 12, Aquinas. Ella McKinley from backcourt left. The righty lets it fly. Returned on the dig. And now a back set, front right, tap into the net. The officials are differing on the call here. I believe the far side official saw the Cubans touch the net, and I believe Vosberg may have up front. They're going to get together and see if one will overrule the other. They do. That's what I saw from up here too. Point Aquinas, 18 serving 12 Blue Golds. Addie 4 will continue her service. Ball pop forward from the back right for Cuba City. Set up front for Miskey. Spike to the back line. They're trying to, they say it was touched on a point Cuba City, so Miskey gets the attack kill. I couldn't quite tell, but they called it. Serving 18, Cuba City. Here's Cummins. Ball pop forward, a forward set for Davis in the roof, and the kill at the net by Miskey. 5 kills for Miskey, 2 blocks very unofficially, and it's 14 serving 18 Cubans. From the backcourt right, Cummins punches across again, forwarded from the back middle. A back set and a double hit the call, or a lift the call. And it's 15 serving 18 Cubans. Cummins from backcourt right, punches across, popped up in the back row. Forward set, front right, tap across, dug, forward set on the bump, and now a reverse bump. Gets the return for Alexis Rundy. Forward set, front left, blocked back up at the net, and they're gonna call a lift on Cuba City. So the attack of Davis yields a point for Aquinas, 19 serving 15. Blue Golds. Vosberg rotates in, Cummins out for Cuba City. Blue Gold serve from backcourt right, returned on the dig, returned back on another dig. A push set back and a roof over at the net. Samantha Davis, the block and the kill. I've got her for 10 kills. And a timeout, Cuba City. 20-15, Blue Goals. Broadcast brought to you by Myers Heating and Cooling, servicing Southwest Wisconsin. Since 1999, Myers Heating and Cooling, where they say, don't worry, we got this. By Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team. Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, providing exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, experience the difference. Cuba City took set one, 25-21, did the same thing in set two. Aquinas trying to force a fourth set, facing elimination with a 20-15 lead. A shoebox scoreboard update from Johnson Creek, where Barneveld goes down now, 2-1, as Fall River, after dropping set one 25-20, came back to beat Barneveld 25-23 and 25-23. Here, 20-15. Amy Hines, service for the Blue Goals. Line serve popped up from the back row. A reverse bump, a side bump return by the Cubans. A forward set for the Blue Goals, forwarded up by Olsen. Forward set, front, left. And that's an attack kill for Alexis Rundy. 16 serving 20, Cuba City. Brooke Olsen to serve for the Cubans. Lines across, pop forward, not a great pass, it's an ace for Olsen. Second of the night, 24th on the campaign. 17, serving 20. Olsen punches across again, popped up in the midcourt this time. A forward set, back row attack coming, forwarded up by the Cubans and Vosburg. Set front, left, Alexis Rundy punches over the top. Midcourt, left, they'll set it up, front right, roof back over at the net, but handled, an attack back, no, a lift. A double hit, the call against Aquinas. 18 serving 20, Cuba City. Timeout on the floor. We're going to keep it. Much more broadcast brought to you by Cuba City Family Dental, Keeler Family Dental, and coming soon, Darlington Family Dental. By the Shoebox, the scoreboard updates, provided by the Shoebox in Black Earth, largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. Broadcast brought to you by Keeler Service Center and Keeler Service Center Hydraulic. They have your repairs covered. Your truck and trailer, to your hydraulic needs, Keeler Service Center, Keeler Service Center Hydraulic. Brian, Roxy, and the crew, always looking out for you in Keeler. Cuba City up 2-0 in this WIAA Division III sectional final from Westby High School. RJ Osterhaus with you on Super Hits 106, superhits106.com, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. 18 serving 20 Cubans. Olsen punches across. Set to the back row. The attack over by Davis gets the return. They'll set front left. Alexis Rundy off the block and in for the kill. 19 serving 20 Cuba City. Trying to come even in set three, up 2-0. Olsen from backcourt middle, punches across, dug up in the midcourt, a bump set, back row side bump return, forwarded up by Olsen. Forward set middle, hitter spot. Laney Rundy, the attack kill. We're knotted up at 20 in set number 3, and the Cuban crowd comes alive. 20 serving 20, Olsen, the libero for Cuba City, punches across. And back to the net, set up, backpedaling spike, dug out. In the net, I think the call against Laney Rundy. 21 serving 20, Aquinas. In the backcourt right line, serve across, ball popped up in the midcourt. Set front right, and into the block for the kill, Laney Rundy. Kind of pushed it into that lower block attempt and ties it up at 21. And Cuba City up 2 sets to nothing. Sniffing State here just a little bit. Ella McKinley serving for the Cubans. Ball punched across, popped up midcourt left. Back set front right. Attack the back line, it's deep. 22 serving 21, and Cuba City leads, I believe, for the first time here in set 3. And they're 3 points away. Timeout on the floor, we'll take it. Cuba City up 22-21 and up 2 sets to nothing. Back after this on Super Hits 106.
In game 9.
Enjoy the colors of fall and take a drive to Raleigh Cheese House. Stop in and try our award-winning artisan cheeses like Dumbarton Blue, Red Rock, and Little Mountain. Try our own fresh, squeaky cheese curds made every week. We also carry many other local cheeses, a wide variety of snacks, deli sandwiches, and beverages. It is worth the drive to shop locally and taste the difference of handmade Wisconsin cheese at Raleigh Cheese House in the corner of Highways 11 and 23 Shelton.
Steve Schmidt Sports Treasures Plus in Stoughton has unique team treasures. They have over 25,000 signed sports cards, plus autographed photos, bobbleheads, caps, signed baseballs, and more. That's Steve Schmidt Sports Treasures Plus in Stoughton.
In game
22-21, Cuba City up 2 sets to nothing and serving with a 1-point lead here in set 3. Ella McKinley set to serve for the Cubans coming out of the timeout of the Blue Golds. Service across, popped up to the net. Set middle hitter spot, tap on the top, roof back over at the net. And in the net, the call against the Cubans. We're tied at 22. From backcourt right, service of the Blue Golds, and it's an ace for Amy Hine. Excuse me, that's Samantha Davis. 1, not 11. 23 serving 22. Davis running jump serve again. Forwarded up by Olsen. A bump set back to the square. Olsen's got to get a swinging bump to get the return, and she does. Bump forward by Davis. Forward set, front left for 4. Roof back over at the net. The roof and the kill up front for Rachel Kraus. 23-23. And the Cubans serving with Alexis Rundy. From backcourt right, punches across. They allow it to go, and it's an ace. Pin in the back line. Alexis Rundy makes it set point and match point. 24 serving 23. Cuba City a point away from a trip to state. Rundy punches across. Dug out by Miskowski. Forward set for 4 across, and that will end up being an attack kill for 4. Her 15th attack kill unofficially. 24 all, you must win by 2 if you're new to the situation in volleyball. Miskowski running jump serve for Aquinas. Ball popped forward by Olsen. Forward set, front left. Vosberg the spike and the kill. Ella Vosberg. And now set point, match point again for Cuba City. Lainey Rundy is going back to serve. Looking for a 3-set sweep of Aquinas in this sectional final, and Lainey Rundy running jump serve coming up. And it'll be an ace! And the Cubans, for the first time since 2012, are headed back to the dance in Green Bay. (25-21). 25-21, 26-24, the Cubans sweep the Blue Golds, and Cuba City off to the Rest Center in Green Bay, coming up on Friday morning. Our Culver's Cooldown postgame show is ahead. We'll talk to head coach Kerry Lawson and maybe some players if we can get them up here. The Cuba City Cuban sweep, and they are headed to state in Division 4. Making headlines here in Westby. Our Culver's Cooldown postgame show is ahead. Cuba City off to state here on Super Hits 106, superhits106.com, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In game 10.
Grant Regional Community Clinic welcomes family medicine physician Dr. Ron Reeves.
I grew up 15 minutes away from here in a little town called Mount Hope. I've been gone for 13 years, and it was the one thing that made me open my eyes is that I can live here and being able to practice medicine and do my chores at night. And it's found here.
Grant Regional Community Clinic. Primary care close to home.
The playoffs are here. Catch Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school sports. Presented by Myers Heating and Cooling of Lancaster and Wolf Construction of Lancaster. Check the Queen Bee Radio Sports schedule at AM1590WPBL.com.
In game 10.
Broadcast brought to you by Carver's Hardwood Flooring. For hardwood flooring, stair installation, or refinishing needs, call Ryan Carver, the only National Wood Flooring Association certified installer, sander, and finisher in the tri-state area. Carver's Hardwood Flooring invented. Royal Bank, your community partner. To learn more about personal, business, and agriculture services, stop by one of their local branches or visit royalbank-usa.com. Royal Bank, your truly local community partner. My Pizzeria Uno, the Annex in the Back Bar, pizza and drinks at Uno's. The Annex in the Back Bar, Southwest Wisconsin's favorite way to celebrate the postseason. Pizzeria Uno and the Annex in Plateau. As the Cuba City Cubans announce sectional champions here in Westby. Get our Culver's Cooldown postgame show featuring a Cuban coach and maybe some Cuban players. Coming up next, Cuba City sweeps Aquinas 25-21, 25-21, 26-24 to head to state in Division 3. Culver's Cooldown postgame show ahead on Super Hits 106, superhits106.com, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In game 11.
For residential, commercial, and building projects, call on Wolf Construction LLC of Lancaster. Todd Wolf and his crew pride themselves in providing full service for their customers at the highest in quality. Wolf Construction LLC of Lancaster, proud to back our local athletes.
Are you looking for a checking account with no monthly requirements or service charge? People's State Bank's People's Checking Account is just what you're looking for. This account includes free debit card, online and mobile banking, bill pay, and much more at no cost to you. You heard that right. No cost to you. We're your local community bank ready to serve you. People's State Bank. Member FDIC.
In game 11.
Broadcast brought to you by Cuba City Collision and Repair. Recommended by a long list of satisfied customers. See Joel Groom, Brian Cohn, and the crew at Cuba City Collision and Repair. By J. Guile Dairy in Cuba City. J. Guile Dairy, your authorized Gia dealer. Knowing that dairy producers can't afford downtime anytime, day or night, call J. Guile Dairy for emergency repairs. And Claire Bank at convenient locations throughout Southwest Wisconsin. Claire Bank, where they say we can do that. Member FDIC. And an equal housing lender. Cuba City sweeps Aquinas 25-21, 25-21, 26-24. And the Cuban players take the sectional trophy and go celebrate with their student section. Head coach Kerry Lawson hopefully ahead, and some Cubans too, as our Culver's Cooldown postgame show comes up here on Super Hits 106, superhits106.com, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In game 12.
You give 110% at work and in the game, so why not give 110% to get a beautiful, healthy smile? Schedule your routine checkups and any major dental care at Cuba City Family Dental and Keeler Family Dental. They'll help you maintain a beautiful smile, along with daily brushing and flossing for healthy teeth and gums. Call today to schedule your checkup. And if you have any problems with your teeth, make an appointment at Cuba City Family Dental and Keeler Family Dental. Keep smiling, Tri-States. Heads Up Salon. Shane, Jenny, Brittany, and Sydney at Heads Up do highlights, color, cuts, burns, and new barbering services too. Heads Up Salon, North Jefferson Street, Lancaster.
In game 12.
A Cuba City sweep of Lacrosse Aquinas, a couple of 2 seeds here in the sectional final. Cuba City Cubans advance. It's an 11:30 start at the Resch Center coming up following the Division 4 games on Friday morning. And they run both semifinal mats at the same time at the Resch Center. It's been a while for the Cubans again. This will be their 12th state appearance and their last one coming back in 2012. Looking forward to talking to head coach Kerry Lawson and some players coming up as well as our Culver's Cooldown postgame shows next here on Super Hits 106.
Postgame 1 minute.
Grant Regional Community Clinic is proud to welcome Dr. Ron White. Originally from Mount Hope, Dr. White is bringing his knowledge and expertise home to Southwest Wisconsin and will see patients at our Lancaster Clinic this fall and our new Fenimore location later this year. Dr. White looks forward to practicing full-spectrum family medicine and developing long-term relationships with his patients. For more information about Dr. White and to view his video, visit our website at grantregional.com. Grant Regional Community Clinic. Experience the difference.
People's State Bank is a locally owned and managed bank with convenient locations in Southwest Wisconsin and Northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology and low fees, People's State Bank is it. As a community bank, they're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become a part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
So, what's the asking price on these houses?
You'd probably be more comfortable living somewhere else.
How long is the lease? Sure, you can afford to live here, but...
How about the schools?
You have twins.
This neighborhood probably wouldn't be right for your kids. If a real estate or rental agent says anything like this, you are being discriminated against, and it is illegal. If you experience housing discrimination, go to HUD.gov/fairhousing and report it. Fair housing. The law is on your side. A message from HUD in partnership with the National Fair Housing Alliance.
I'm Dr. Miller, a dentist and a volunteer for Dental Lifeline Network. DLN is a nonprofit that has helped me literally change the lives of people in my community through the Donated Dental Services program. DLN asks dentists to volunteer to see just one of the many patients in need each year. If you're a dentist or know a dentist, please share this information. Like me, they can make a real difference in someone's life. DLN makes it easy.
Go to willyouseeone.org to learn more. That's willyouseeone.org.
Hello, my name is Andrea Delzon, and I've been using a wheelchair since I was 5 years old. If I had one message for the general public, it would be relax. Some folks get really flustered around disabled people, so they just pretend we're not there. I've actually had waiters talk to my companion and completely ignore me. People with disabilities just want the same respect and consideration as everyone else.
This is a message from United Spinal Association. Download our disability etiquette booklet at unitedspinal.org.
I'm Naheem Hines, proud supporter of the Muscular Dystrophy Association. My mom has muscular dystrophy, and the MDA helps her and kids like my buddy Ethan.
My name is Ethan, and I'm 12 years old. Thanks to the Muscular Dystrophy Association and people like you, I have more hope than ever before. And MDA funds over 150 care centers for kids like me.
For over 70 years, MDA has been transforming the lives of people living with muscular dystrophy, ALS, and related neuromuscular diseases. Learn more at mda.org today.
Craig Culver of Culver's.
Times have changed since Mom first created Culver's Double Butter Burger Deluxe, but one thing sure hasn't.
Craig, what would you like to share for show and tell?
This is a butter burger. Fresh beef, never frozen, seared to perfection, topped with real Wisconsin cheese on a lightly buttered bun. Butter burger, butter burger.
Hungry? Stop in for one today.
It's time for the Culver's Cooldown postgame show, brought to you by Culver's in Dubuque, Galena, and Platteville.
Cuba City Cubans up to state a 3-set sweep of Aquinas, 25-21, 25-21, 26-24. Culver's Cooldown postgame show as the Cubans put a bow on the season for Lacrosse Aquinas. The Blue Golds end their season a record of 21-11. Third place finishers in a very tough Mississippi Valley Conference. Final game for seniors Maddie George, Mary Niglason, and Amy Heim. Leading the way was Addie Flora Jr. Had her 15 kills, a couple of blocks unofficially. 10 kills for Samantha Davis, a block, a couple of aces. A couple of aces for Tessa Miskowski. That was the leaders. I had Josephine Lawton for a block and kill. I had an ace for Niglason, 2 blocks. A couple kills for Zoe Emineth. Amy Hine, 3 kills and 2 blocks. And those numbers very unofficial. It's tough to do this and that, scoring in volleyball play-by-play. But the Blue Golds say, despite getting swept, certainly challenged Cuba City here in this sectional final in Division 3 as we await Carrie Lawson and hopefully some players too as part of our Culver's Cooldown post-game show. For the Cuba City Cubans, they were led tonight in the attacking department. I had Ella Vosberg for 14 kills, a block, and my blocking number is always low. That's an unofficial number, of course. 10 kills for Lainey Rundy at her 3 blocks and 4 aces running her season tally to 40. 6 kills for Rachel Kraus and a block. 5 kills for Maya Miski, a couple of blocks. 4 kills for Alexis Rundy and an ace. Olivia Olson authored a couple of aces in this one. Summer Rogers, a couple of kills, couple of blocks. An ace for Edie Cummins. The numbers I had for the Cuba City Cubans. Cuba City improves to 30-3, and they take that record to the state semifinal. Their opponent will be determined. I believe they reseed, or they have a seeding. They don't reseed, they seed to begin with the state qualifiers. On the other side of the state in this one, St. Croix Falls, the other side of this bracket, and McDonald Catholic. There's 2 of the final 8. Actually, St. Croix Falls, I misspoke there. St. Croix Falls has advanced to state as well. As we wait here to try to get the attention of Carrie Lawson, maybe a player or two, if we can get some of the girls up here and chat with them. We'll take a time out here, part of our Culver's Cooldown postgame show here on Super Hits 106, superhits106.com, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Postgame 1 minute.
Hey y'all,
Give me Carrie or
Jackson.
player.
Every
Give me
American
Carrie.
dreams of creating a better life for his or her family, but in some
or-
communities, those
Or a
dreams
player.
face
Send a
difficult
player.
challenges.
Get one up here
When
that
we
all
come
start
together
coming.
to
I don't
help
care.
those in need get the same opportunities
I don't
as
care.
everyone else, we
Miski's right
truly
there.
are
Get
making
Miski. I
our
don't
country
care.
a better
Somebody
place to live for
get
all of
Carrie
us.
first,
So
please,
look
if
for
you can.
volunteer opportunities in your community to help others achieve the American dream, all right? This message is courtesy of the United States Air Force.
Nearly
Bob.
1 in 2 U.S. adults have high blood pressure. That's why it's important to self-monitor your blood pressure in 4 easy-to-remember steps. It starts with a monitor. Be next to talk to your doctor about your blood pressure numbers. Get down with your blood pressure. Self-monitoring is power. Visit managerbp.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the American Heart Association, and the American Medical Association, in partnership with the Office of Minority Health and Health Resources and Services Administration.
RPG came through the LA aircraft. We don't talk about the female combat unit. These are our daughters and our sisters and our mothers. The Wounded Warrior Project came into my life and taught me how to stand back up and get back in the fight. The truth is, I think we all have the strength inside of us, but until we're tested, we just don't know what's there.
See how Wounded Warrior Project empowers women veterans like that by visiting woundedwarriorproject.org/empowerwomenvets.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. He sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself.
For many military veteran caregivers, their caregiving journey starts earlier in life and lasts longer. Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey and better care for your loved one and yourself.
Congratulations.
Brought to you by AARP.
Yeah, you want to send the girls
and
up
Council.
too, or some of them if you want to. Wait. Welcome back to Westby. We are joined by Cuban head coach Carrie Lawson. Coach, congratulations. You've been there before, but it's been such a long drought. 2012 as a coach, that seems like forever, and you had to wonder at some point, are we going to finally get over the hump and get there again? Describe how this feels.
Yeah, it's been a little
throughout there. We've had some opportunities, and honestly, when you talk about the last 5 years, we got knocked out, I believe, in 18 against Lake Country Lutheran. We got knocked out in 21 against Lake Country Lutheran. So eventually, good things happen, and these kids just got better as the postseason went on. They knew what was ahead of them. That third set was critical. And my last time out, I said to them, I go, this is where it happens. This is where it happens, because the momentum in volleyball, as we talked about before, is so big. So yeah, it's so fun when you've been a part of it before as a coach. That's one thing, but watching kids who've never been there, it's so magical.
I saw that on your face when they clinched it. I looked over at you right away. It's something you said in the pregame that you were just enjoying watching these girls do their thing so much.
Yeah.
And as a coach, to see, it could be anybody, and these girls are the ones who put it all together,
Correct.
put the work in, had the right attitude, had the right mindset, and came here and took care of their business.
Yep. And most of them are juniors, and our 3 seniors have done a great job, leading them through this that have not experienced the state tournament. And those juniors last year that did basketball and softball, they saw defeat in the sectional final against Aquinas in basketball. They saw defeat in the sectional final in softball. And I tried to tell them as an AD to them last year, don't be mad at the situation. It happens when it happens. Did I know it was going to happen in volleyball? I don't know. But I'm so glad they now know there's something more.
Tri-court turning point, and we talked about, you mentioned that third set and having to take care of things right now. How this thing ever turned. Set 2 was very critical, I think, making sure they get the momentum. Set 3, they had an opportunity to open the door, and we've seen it in sectional finals before. A team is coming all the way back off that 0-2 MAC.
Yep.
Your girls took care of their business, I think, in set 3.
Don't think I didn't think that. Because in that timeout, I said, we've been in this situation 2 days ago with a lot more of a deficit. It's totally possible. We got to start making them feel uncomfortable, and unfortunately, we had great officiating tonight, but they were on it, and any little touch to the net, anything that, we were over the line, just some really weird situations that kept us from moving. They knew that Aquinas was feeling a little pressure when we took that lead in the end, and I think they just said, screw it, we're just going to go for it.
And those Aquinas, those young ladies, very battle-tested.
Yes.
The pressure was not going to get to them, and it didn't. Your girls outplayed them tonight.
Yep, and we came to play. Unfortunately, that third set, we started out in a hole that looked very familiar if you follow volleyball with us this year. But the first 2 sets, we came to play, and that's so, so important. Once we settled in, I'm like, see, you're playing with them. And our strengths were things that we haven't done this year. Blocking, Davis and Borer, those are huge swings, right? And just taking them out of serve receive. Everything about that was something that, we've been okay from the serve line, but we don't do anything fancy. We don't jump serve balls down to the 10-foot line. They just were consistent with keeping the pressure on. And again, I'm going to say it again, they use everybody. Everybody had to step up at certain times.
Carrie, congratulations. If you want to send a few players up here to chat, we'd love to have them, all right?
All right.
Enjoy this. Congratulations. Carrie Lawson, St. Croix Falls advanced, and we just got an update from Johnson Creek, and I believe, Fall River has won 3-1 over Varnaville.
All right, do you have a preference?
No.
I would like to send our captain to Senior Ella McKinley.
Yep, absolutely. Whoever you want to send up, absolutely. It's our Culver's Cooldown postgame show. Cuba City advances on. 3-0 over La Crosse Aquinas, our Culver's Cooldown postgame show. That Tri-Court Turning Point, by the way, brought to you by Tri-Core Insurance. Plans built for your family and your business. Contact Tri-Core Insurance. Our broadcast brought by the Peterson Agency by Gary's Pest Control. By People State Bank, Brian's Auto Body and Paint, WCC Brands Custom Apparel in Keeler and Lancaster. By Baus Electric. By Bob Hunhausen, your Platte Glitter Jones representative. Sloan Implement, your local John Deere dealer. By Carey's Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors of Belmont. Bush Insurance, Prairie Motorsports, Biotech Resource Management, and Kramer's Water Store. RJ Osterhouse with you on Super Hits 106, superhits106.com, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. In Cuba City, a 3-set sweep over Aquinas here tonight to qualify for state and Division 4 along with St. Croix Falls. Sounds like a herd coming up as we welcome in a couple of Cuba City Cubans here. We've got Ella McKinley and Ella Vosberg ladies, congratulations. First, Ella McKinley, setter out there. You guys had a battle. You guys a couple captains on this team. Talk about, you guys, I've had to cover you just through this postseason run. You guys just seem so loose. You're just out there having fun playing volleyball. It seems like you don't let the pressure get to you.
Yeah, we're all used to each other on and off the court, which just makes on the court so much more fun and so much more comfortable because we get along so well all the time.
And Ella Vosberg joining us too. And you have a team like Lacrosse Aquinas, and I think sometimes for the public schools, those private schools, you just hear the name, you're like, oh no, how good are they? You know, they've seen competition. You know, they play by a little bit different set of rules in terms of who they bring in. Again, things didn't phase you, but this is a team that they brought, despite the 3-set sweep, they gave you everything you could handle. What was the biggest adjustment you guys had to make throughout those 3 sets?
I'd say the hard hits and touches, because we usually don't have to adjust to many back row touches. So just getting those up really helped us.
You think about this season to this point, you guys accomplished, you fall shy. One of your goals, obviously, is when you start the season, you want to have a winning record. You're in Cuba City, you want that conference title to start. You didn't get that. You were on the road, you beat a very tough Mineral Point team. Talk about how much momentum that was for you coming into this.
It was a lot of momentum. After we lost to them, it was a really big upset to us, and we had beat them earlier in the season. So just coming into that game and working hard every single point, really, it just showed that we're the better team and we can do a lot.
And back to the other Ella McKinley. It's going to be an awfully fun week now. You guys have quite a trip to Green Bay. You know, it's a lot of teams. There's 4 teams in the state in Division 4 get to go do what you're doing right now. Talk about how special that is, this group of teammates you have.
It just feels so surreal because 2 years ago we came up shy and Ella was here with me, and getting to actually make it is just so exciting, and I can't even imagine what it's going to be like, but we're all ready for it, and this group of girls especially just makes it so much more fun and enjoyable.
You're going to have Coach Lawson TikToking again, I take it?
Oh yes, definitely. A lot of TikToks.
All right, ladies. Hey, congratulations. Enjoy this. Best of luck next weekend.
Thank you.
All right, the Ellas from Cuba City. Ella McKinley, Ella Vosberg. They are off to state in Division 3. So it is Cuba City, St. Croix Falls. And have the other ones, other field there been decided yet? Howard's Grove is going. And then you're between Marshall and St. Mary Catholic for the other spot. But Cuba City is moving on. Again, the Cubans improved to 30-3. And they are sectional champions out to the Rest Center in Green Bay. We will have coverage for you, likely here on Super Hits 106, but stay tuned. Sometimes funny things happen. Likely here on Super Hits 106. No, we won't have video. We're not allowed to do video at state, I don't believe, but we'll have the radio coverage for you. I want to thank the folks here at Westby High School, including Todd Erke. Again, immediately did not hesitate to work with us and getting the video going here, which we appreciate very much. Both head coaches, Nellie George, joining us in the pregame show. Carrie Lawson joining us in the pre and postgame show. The Cuba City Ella is our postgame guest. Thanks to my friend Brian Gilberts for giving me a little background on the Aquinas Blue Golds, a broadcast contributor here tonight. And thanks to all of you for listening. The preceding Grant Regional Health Center People's State Bank coverage of sectional final volleyball presented by Myers Heating and Cooling from the Wolf Construction broadcast position. The Cuba City Cubans sweep the Lacrosse Aquinas Blue Golds 25-21, 25-21, 26-24. My name is RJ Osterhaus. Good night from Westby High School.
This has been a Queen Bee Radio High School sports presentation.